وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما. يروي الإمام البخاري في صحيحه عن عبد الله بن عمر رضي الله عنهما قال: أخذ رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بمنكبي وقال: كن في الدنيا كأنك غريب أو عابر سبيل. وكان ابن عمر يقول: إذا أمسيت فلا تنتظر الصباح، وإذا أصبحت فلا تنتظر المساء، وخذ من صحتك لمرضك، وخذ من حياتك لموتك. Tonight's hadith is found in the collection of Sahih Bukhari, narrated to us by Abdullah ibn Umar radiyallahu anhuma, where he says that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam placed his hand on my shoulder and he said, be in this dunya as if you are a stranger or as if you are a traveler. And Ibn Umar radiyallahu anhuma, he used to say, if you are alive in the evening, then don't wait for the morning. I mean, don't expect to be alive in the morning. And if you're alive in the morning, don't wait for the evening. And take advantage of your health before your time of sickness, and take advantage of your life before your time of death. And this is a very famous hadith, and it's a very beautiful hadith as well. And we've shared this hadith before, but I think it's important that we review some of the beautiful lessons that are found in this hadith, starting with the first lesson, which is what the Prophet ﷺ said here: "Kun fi dunya ka'annaka gharibun aw abiru sabil." Be in this dunya as if you're a stranger, or as if you're a traveler. And the meaning of be in this dunya as if you're a stranger is, a stranger in this dunya is someone that usually wants to go back to the country that they came from, or the town that they came from. And a stranger's heart always, it misses home, and therefore they are prepared to do whatever it takes to, or whatever is necessary to go back. And a stranger is someone that is different than the people in the current environment that he is in. And similarly, a believer is different than the people in this dunya, the people that only care about this life, and the people that care about the matters of this dunya. And the meaning of being in this dunya as if you're a traveler is that this dunya is just a stop, and it's not the final destination. Just like when you are traveling from point A to point B, you don't really care what happens in between. You just want to reach your destination. And for a Muslim, that destination is, that point B is the akhirah. And the Prophet ﷺ would say, "Mali walid dunya, mali walid dunya. إنما مثلي ومثل الدنيا كراكب استظل تحت شجرة ثم راح وتركها." The Prophet ﷺ would say, "Mali walid dunya." Yani, the example of me in this dunya is the example of a person who was traveling and he saw a tree that had some shade under it, and he took a rest for a brief moment, and then he continued along his way. Another thing that a traveler needs is to know that they are traveling in the right direction, that they are going in the right direction. And for a Muslim, this looks like following the straight path, following the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And to do this, you need, first of all, ilm and knowledge, and to seek knowledge so you can see where that straight path is. And you also need good companionship, those that can help you along the way. And therefore, a believer is a person that is always ready to depart this dunya, is always ready to leave this dunya behind, and prepares for their departure. That is the overall meaning of this hadith. And the second lesson that we can take from this hadith is that there is no rest, or there's no true happiness in this dunya. And a poem in Arabic says, صغير يشتهي الكبر وشيخ ود لو صغر وخال يشتهي عملا وذو عمل به ضجر ورب المال في تعب وفي تعب من افتقر. This is just a poem that shows us the reality or the conditions of this dunya. A young person wishes they were old, and an older person wishes they were young again, and a person without a job is looking for a job, is stressed because he can't find a job, and a person with a job is stressed because of their job, and a rich person is tired, and a poor person is also tired. This is just the condition of this dunya. And no one, no matter how much they have, or how much success they have, or how much wealth they have, or how much whatever it may be, everyone has difficulties, and everyone has hardships. And that's why when Imam Ahmad rahimahullah was asked, "Mata yartahu al-mu'min?" When does a believer finally rest? قال إذا خلف جسر جهنم وراء ظهره. When the sirat of Jahannam is behind your back, meaning you have successfully crossed it, and you set that first foot into Jannah. جعلني الله وإياكم برحمته منهم. That is the point where a believer finally rests. Everything before that is filled with difficulties and hardships and trials. And this doesn't mean that a person just entirely neglects the dunya. It doesn't mean that a person doesn't have dreams, doesn't have goals, and doesn't have things that they want to achieve. But a believer is someone that doesn't make these goals and make these dreams their number one priority and forget the akhirah. And the final lesson that I'll share with you from this hadith is take advantage of your time. خُذْ مِنْ صِحَّتِكَ لِمَرَضِكَ وَمِنْ حَيَاتِكَ لِمَوْتِكَ. Take advantage of the time that you are healthy before the time of your sickness, and take the advantage of your life before your time of death. Take advantage of the time that you are able to do these good deeds, because there might come a time when you are too sick. عَفَانَ اللَّهُ وَإِيَّاكُمْ. And there will come a time when you are no longer here, when you are dead, and you are no longer able to do these good deeds. And the lesson that we learn from this part of the hadith is don't wait. Any opportunity you have to do these good deeds, do them now when you are able to. Don't wait for old age, or don't wait for retirement, don't wait for Ramadan. These things are not guaranteed. The best time to do good deeds is now, when you are able to. Hope that was of benefit, inshallah. يروي الإمام البخاري في صحيحه عن عبد الله بن عمر رضي الله عنهما قال: أخذ رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بمنكبي فقال: كن في الدنيا كأنك غريب أو عابر سبيل. وكان ابن عمر يقول: إذا أمسيت فلا تنتظر الصباح، وإذا أصبحت فلا تنتظر المساء، وخذ من صحتك لمرضك ومن حياتك لموتك. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم، وصلى الله وسلم